Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show. And I'm so excited for a new week wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Want to welcome you. Thank you for tuning in. And you know what to do if you've been watching this channel for a while. Smash that like. Really appreciate that. This helps get this content out to more people, help more people in their trading journey. Love all the questions and the comments that I get. I do get back to those as quickly as possible. And I did want to let you know that I am in the Stocks with Josh Discord. There are links below that if you have not already joined the Discord, I am in there daily interacting and engaging with the absolute best community out there. I so appreciate everybody in there. And I just too want to let you know that I'm currently banned in the Discord. So that's why I have not been replying. I'm not ignoring. I know several of you have tagged me with some questions, but I'm working to get unbanned. I think somebody reported me instead of, there are some scammers in there trying to impersonate me. And so I am working to get unbanned, and then I will get back to you as soon as possible. So if I haven't answered your question, hit me up. My Twitter link is below. So you can certainly ask those questions on my Twitter link. You can also ask them in the comments here as well. So I hope to be back in the Discord, connecting with everybody real soon. Okay, I am also traveling. As you know, I'm in the great state of Florida. I'm going to be remaining in Florida for a little while longer. I am moving to a new location. And so hopefully I will get content out continued on a daily basis. But if I'm not able to, again, I will update in the Discord if I get unbanned, or on my Twitter, or both. Okay. All right. So we're going to jump into some news events here. And so what we have, first of all, is some pretty bullish news. And what we have is the Bitcoin MACD in the 3-day chart shows two bullish signals. We're breaking out from a trend line and gives out a golden cross signal. Bitcoin will soon break out beyond the current range. I think it's already breaking out, guys. This has been a great move for Bitcoin to the upside. And I have been telling everybody on this channel for many weeks, when many people were calling for 30s and low 40s, that I felt the local bottom was in and that we were going to go up. So if you'd followed my trading plans, because I'm not a financial advisor, it's not financial advice, but if you followed my methodology, you're going to be up a fair bit, especially on my cheat sheet, which is also linked below in the description. I give all the entries and I give all the take profits. If you'd gone in on those coins, you'll be up 100 and in some cases 200% on some of those trades already. Okay, we also have the on-chain index as a cutting edge tool. And I don't really use this, but I'm interested to dig into this a little bit more. But right now it signals we're far from the peak, hitting at a potential 2 to 3x price surge. With a track record of accuracy since 2011, it's a trusted gauge for savvy investors. So you can see here, we're well away. So I think there's a lot more upside to come in this market. Okay, and also the monthly candle right now is printing a monthly hammer candle. This is extremely bullish. Previous resistance is being turned into support. So let's see how we go on the monthly close here in August. All right. And then, of course, let's look at a few altcoins. Casper, very interesting with Casper. Talking about some people saying, okay, can it go to $1? I think it goes to $1. That's a simple 5x from here. But you can see how important tokenomics is and market cap is to a coin. So if you look at, say, for example, like a Cardano at the peak in its cycle got to 94 billion. Or around 94 billion. I think XRP made the same at their peaks. I'm not sure if XRP and Cardano will ever get back to that, but we'll see what shakes out. That would give us a $4 Casper. So you can see how tokenomics matter, and you can see why Casper is one of the altcoins that I have identified that I've been accumulating more heavily in this dip. Okay, so Casper is certainly one, and I know there are a lot of people that love Casper, and those of you with your big Casper bags, please give me a shout out in the comments here below. I'd love to hear from you, all the Casper fans that are out there. But certainly if we got to higher, you can see how high it can go. August to September, last chance to buy altcoins cheap. high risk. So, okay, buy them, but it's high risk. October, November is last chance to buy alts on a confirmed trend change, less risky, but you're buying them for higher. And December to February, alt season. Who agrees? Certainly, I feel that that's some pretty solid reasoning based on historical cycles. This has generally been what's played out. So certainly for me, I did a video, is this the last chance to buy? I identified 6 altcoins there. Look at my last video there, and I give entries and exits, and all those entries and exits also on my cheat sheet, and I identify them also in the Discord. The Discord is the best place to get constant, up-to-date, regular updates. Once I get unbanned, of course, check out the Discord as well. And then very interesting, why cult meme coins will continue to outperform everything until the end of the cycle. This is an interesting thread, and there's one of 16. I won't deep dive into it, but basically looking at how the last few cycles, what were the dominant plays. And of course, last time around, we had DeFi, GameFi, also not listed there is the metaverse. Oh, it is listed there, metaverse. But then, yeah, it has been the meme coins. It has been the AI coins like Tau and Render. And it has been the real world assets like OM, Ondo, etc. HNT Helium, the cell phone provider there. And so very interesting. I'd really encourage you to check this out. This is by Murad. Must stop Murad there. And also he then made a list of what he feels are the top 20 meme coins of this cycle. And so you can see here as they come up in the list. Now, full disclosure, I don't own a ton. I used to own WIF, sold it at the top. I own Bonk, Brett. I own Marga coin, which is not listed there. It's Trump, but I think those tokens can do quite well. And then I have Toshi and I have Wojak. So there you go. So those are a list. Maybe you want to screenshot those there. Have a look. Maybe I can get there. Yeah, screenshot those coins, and you can maybe check all those out. But do your own research. And top 20 by market cap that are relevant to this cycle. I know PopCat's been on a bit of a tear there. So, and some of the other ones there. So if you're a meme coin trader, here's a nice little list for you. If you're high risk crypto casino gambler, certainly do your own research and don't use money that you cannot afford to lose, because meme coins are just as well. Everything is risk really in investment. And then there's been a few questions about Ondo. I did reply in the Discord. Look, I hold Ondo. I like Ondo, but I mostly hold Ondo because of BlackRock. And because BlackRock is involved. Kind of like how I hold Doge because Elon Musk is involved. The tokenomics aren't great. I believe only 14% of supply is out there. But it also means when you have a smaller market cap, 2 things that you've got to look at. One is there's an upcoming unlock coming in January, a fairly decent sized unlock. And so I think there's a bit of fear there for people that, I don't want to jump in and then people start selling off well before the unlock. But then number 2, you've got to remember when the market cap is quite small, it takes less liquidity to pump a coin. And so certainly there is they call them hated rallies. They're hated rallies because you've got all these VCs that dump on these unlocks, but also at the same time, it can be very quick for these coins to move up because the market cap is quite small at the moment. Okay, so buying Ondo now before OGM launches and RWAs blow up is like buying NVIDIA a few months before ChatGPT launched and AI blew up. So look, I know it's frustrating with a lot of Ondo people out there looking at the price action, looking for it to get back to $1. And it is in my cheat sheet. There is the buy and sell targets in there. I'm not accumulating any more Ondo right now because my bags are full. And when my bags are full, my bags are full. And that's it. I stick to my budget and my bags are full. Now, there are some cases I might go outside that. But in this case, with the unlock coming up in January, and I feel there are other better projects that are moving and making me money a whole lot quicker right now, which is Tau. And so there are some coins that I swing trade and I day trade, and I'm not doing that with Ondo. Ondo is simply I bought low, I've got my hodl bag, and now I'm just going to be patient and wait until it appreciates, and I'll take profit on the way up. So if you're an Ondo bull, I'm an Ondo bull too, and I'll see you at the top with Ondo, but I'm certainly not adding any more to my position even at these discounted prices that are available. Okay, so what do we have next? We've got the Banana Gun. So Banana Gun came out with a statement because, as you know, the Telegram founder was arrested. This is deeply concerning, and we did see Ton take a bit of a dump, and we'll look at the Ton chart in a moment. And Banana Gun wanted to come out very quickly to say that it's important to note that a bot is safe to use, and it's much more than a Telegram bot, and they've got a custom back end, and it will soon be the engine behind many other front ends, and they're developing an API that can be integrated by third parties. It's in its final stages. And so this is good news because you don't want to be over reliant on a platform where their founder and CEO is currently in jail, which is a deeply concerning issue, which I won't go into on this video. And so certainly for me, I'm still bullish on Banana. I've shared Banana Gun charts in the Discord. We'll have a look at Banana Gun pricing shortly, but I just wanted to give you an update with that. And so as you can see, also there is a new tap game. You're saying, oh no, not another one, right? Because we had Hamster Kombat, still waiting for that airdrop. And certainly that airdrop hasn't been any announcement that I have seen unless there's been something recently. Certainly the Empire airdrop, September, early to mid-October sometime. So stay tuned for that one. But there is a new one called Whale. I have updated that if you would want to get started on that. A big shout out to Sage Diesel, who's becoming the airdrop guru master in the Discord. Shout out to you. We appreciate you. And Sage usually gives the all the different riddles and rebuses and the daily combos on the Elon Empire. But I've added the whale. Click on that link. That's a safe link for you to click, and you can get started in the game, the whale game, which very similar to the X Empire and the Hamster Kombat. You do certain things in the game and you get rewarded with those tokens. And when that token goes live and lists, you are able to cash out those tokens. That what makes it a free airdrop. There's no financial investment, just some of your time. I use my dead time. I use that dead time to just mine these tokens, and then for all three of them, I'm going to scoop up and sell out of those tokens and scoop up the free money. So there is the link there if you wanted to start with the whale, and these are the links for the Elon Empire. It's not too late for either of these as well. I'm more bullish on this one. This one I heard that there was a little bit of conflict in the leadership and they've delayed the airdrop for the time being. I do believe there still will be an airdrop there. And so it's just a matter of being patient. It just gives you a longer time to accumulate more coins on that one as well. All right, so let's jump into the charts here. Let's jump over here. And so let's talk about Ton first of all. So we've got the classic Bart Simpson situation going on there. A nice big red pepperoni candle, they call those, to the downside. Was a decent drop there. It certainly didn't see it collapse. We certainly saw it come into the Lux algo here. If we look on the daily here, we see it just comes into the 200 EMA on the daily. How many times have I told you guys on this channel how important the 200 EMA on the daily is? If I couldn't tell you this even more, we found support at the 200 EMA daily. Even though we're a little bit under, this has generally been a good time to buy. Now, of course, it's risky because we don't know how it's going to play out. But if you're a believer in Ton, this is certainly the place to accumulate. And this is certainly areas that I identified in my cheat sheet to accumulate as well. Do I feel that if you wanted to get out of Ton, if you're a little bit scared and now you're a little bit down, certainly this would not be the place that I would be selling necessarily personally. And again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You got to do what you've got to do for you. But certainly where we lost, there's the 200 EMA on the 4 hours and the 50-day moving average. This would be the area that I would look to, I think we'll come back to. I think we'll slowly eat up here, this candle. and somewhere around about the $6.40 to the $6.70 area, which was key support for quite some time, is now going to be resistance. And that would be a place, number one, to get out of the trade if you were scared about Telegram, what's going to happen in the future, and the Ton chain, so intrinsically linked with all those games, which tends to be a real core of their ecosystem, then that would be a place. But also, if you wanted to take a swing trade here, certainly this can be an area to accumulate and then look to take profit up at the $6.40 to $6.70. So if you're looking to exit the trade, just to get totally out of ton, out of your hodl position, or if you're just looking to make a quick buck and do a swing trade, this would be an area that I identified. Certainly there is risk to the downside if further news comes out. We could certainly come down a little bit further, all the way down here to this $4.85 region, somewhere between $5 and $4.85. And of course, if you're bullish, that's just another area to accumulate there as well. Let's have a look at Tau, because Tau has been crushing it, completely crushing it. And yesterday I made some good money with Tau, because I had identified in the Discord and in the last video on my channel, where did it come down to? That 320 level. That was the level that I identified exactly, and it came down and nailed that price target I gave you exactly. I got back in between 320 and 325, and then I rode that profit up. I took a little bit of profit up at around 350 because we'd seen some resistance here. I'm not sure why it's not quite getting to our upward target of 365, and sometimes you just have to adjust and adapt. Profit is profit. And it just seemed to me that it was a good place to take some profit. So I took some profit around 353, I believe. We did get all the way up to 358. Did we get up to 358? Yeah, 358. So I took it about 353, 354, was able to take some profit. Where do I see us coming back to? Well, again, we've got the upper band here at 330. But if we go to the shorter time frame here, if you look, we certainly have this 320. We could come back here to this 325 area. I mean, sometimes a coin can just swing up and down, and you can just take profit up on the way down. But we might find that it just comes back to 340, which it already did, and then push back on to 365 as well. I'm still in the trade, so I just took profit. All I'm doing is re-adding back to the position, and this is accumulating. So every time I end up with more Tau than I did the trade before, which means I can take more profit if I get to 365 than if I'd not taken profit here and then re-added here. I'm going to be able to take more profit here. So I'm doubling, tripling my profits by using this methodology. If you look on the 15-minute time frame as well, you can see that the 200 EMA on the daily is sitting nicely around about 340. So that's certainly an area that we could come and pop, and certainly you could play this little trade here between 340 and 350. It just really depends how you trade, if you're more of a scalper, a day trader, a swing trader, or you're just accumulating for hodl. Now, if you're just accumulating for hodl, I still think this is a fine price for the long term, the 340 area, because you're right around anything under or around the 200 EMA historically has been great positioning and prices to accumulate for your hodl position. All right, Banana Gun, we're going to jump to Banana Gun here. And of course, we've seen a bit of a drop off from the 50-day moving average. Look, there's a spiked out, but a lot of selling pressure. A lot of people took profits there on Banana Gun. And so we've seen it reject from the 50-day moving average. Coming down, again, a great place to accumulate. It's going to be 39 there. Fibonacci at 41. On the 4-hour, we've got the 200 EMA. We're under the 200 EMA there. So we're getting rejected, but we are close to it. And if we keep butting up against this, my general feeling is we can come and push back up and trade in between here. And when these get close and price gets in between, generally we see this pop up to the upside. We just saw that with Bitcoin, and so I'm expecting the same with Banana Gun. Of course, if we get a rejection, a hard rejection from this 4-hour time frame, we can come down, and again, good accumulation between $39 and $43 is where I've got some buy orders in there for Banana Gun. Please see my cheat sheet. I've got both the HODL and the swing trade levels in there as well. Sui might give us an opportunity here to collect some at the lower levels. At the lower levels here. And so let's have a look at what Sui is doing on the 4-hour time frame. Actually, that's the weekly time frame. Let's look at the daily. So again, the 200 EMA, how many times have I told everybody here how important this is? We're now retesting it. We're broken down a little bit below it. If we get a rejection here, then the 50-day moving average is down at 80 cents. And so all the levels are on my cheat sheet. Please check that out. Also, I've charted this in the Discord as well. So see the levels on there. But certainly for me, between the 80 cents to 88 cent, I've got some bids in there. I've got some bids in at 79 cents because the 50-day moving average was at 77, 78. I'm going to move that bid up to around 81 cents. And so I've got bids at 81 cents and I've got some bids down here at about 88, 89 cents. So this range here could be quite good. If you go down to the lower time frames here, certainly the same thing. We've got 85 and 80 cents for the 50-day moving average. And so I expect to see possibly coming back to this area here. And then we're going to finish up with Bitcoin here. And as you can see, we've got a rejection here on this trend line currently, and this could lead us coming back to the 50-day moving average, which is at 61,700. And guess what? Just by chance, the fair value gap for Bitcoin is sitting currently at around that range. We've got 61,300, I believe, and up to about 63,500. Now, and the 50-day moving average seems like it could be a good place for that to happen around about 62,000 right now, but maybe we get a wick down to 61,500 this one. But we could, as I said, we could come down. Now look, if we can really hold this trend line here, we kind of broke down below. If we can hold this trend line, then I feel like, again, the next level of resistance is going to be the 65, which is where we found resistance already. Now, if you saw my video yesterday, I told everyone on that video 60, and what happened? Absolutely, it came bang on up to that resistance there, because this is where we broke down from over here. So you can see there's a lot of people that bought up there, broke down, like, I just need to get out of this trade, psychology of traders. And so certainly this can be an area, but certainly the more times we bang against this, the more opportunity that we break through. And once we get through this level of 65 retested support, then I see us coming up to test that 69 to 70. There is a huge amount of shorts that are going to be liquidated when Bitcoin gets to that 69 to 70K level. So I do see us getting there eventually. And I think that, as I've said before, I called these local lows. I drew these trend lines. When there was a lot of fear, I was telling people to buy. I was telling people I was buying. I identified all the levels in my cheat sheet here, and you can see my trading cheat sheet. I identified all these levels here, all the levels on the swing trade, even the stock market. I added those on the dip, and you can see all those levels proved to be fantastic buying opportunities. Particularly, I got NVIDIA at these low prices, and then I was able to take profit at $130 there. I haven't, put my take profit level, but I took profit there on NVIDIA at $130. And certainly I will continue to fill this in. I do apologize, I haven't put all the take profits in on that. Of course, I've got my airdrops. I've got all my links and my education in there. If you are a trader in the US, I see so many people still getting gouged by Coinbase, trading with their high fees and bad spreads. You can jump into BitConnect. There's a link there to sign up. You just need a VPN. Sign up for the NordVPN, which is also a link in the description, and a link on here as well. And then Weeks, which has most of my trading cheat sheet coins. And so this could become my new alpha for USA traders. It's very easy. I show you in the getting started video, which is under education, how to transfer your coins from Coinbase to a different exchange. It's called Getting Started. I even do a video on how to use BitConnect. And look, once you know how to use one of these exchanges, they're all really copy and paste of each other. Very similar. KuCoin, Maxi, BitGet, Bybit, Weeks, BitConnect. They're all really, really much the same kind of format and lay out. So if you've learned one, you've learned them all there. So, alrighty. Well, thank you again. Well, we're going to wrap this up. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all of this incredible community that we're growing here. That includes you. And if you haven't subscribed and you want that to include you, smash the subscribe button and you'll be notified when my next video comes out. And until the next video, happy trading.